6 goals, 6 wins in a row. Thoughts on the game?
Well, I thought we played well in patches, very well in the front third in patches. Thought we were a little bit sloppy in the first half, a bit casual with our passing. We didn't keep the ball moving as well as we could. But some of the attacking moves in behind and the crossing and the finishing was lethal tonight again. So very happy with that.
Any more questions? Hugo came on first touch, got a goal.
Yeah, we've been looking to feed him in because he's been training well, and when he's come on, he showed some good touches, and we've always felt he's got that ability to get forward and get goals from the head, and he got in there well and put it away. But again, when he came in, he did a good job in the middle of midfield. I fancy him in the Busquets type of role, the number 6, just sitting in the middle of the park and distributing and intercepting the long passes into front players, and I think he'll do very well in that role. But very happy with his performance tonight. And also Johnny Lowe comes in again and was able to get a goal after missing a couple, and that's a sign of a good striker for me. He keeps going back into those areas and he finally gets his goal, so a good effort indeed.
Kanakaris had a pretty decent display tonight.
1 or 2 little touches that were alright. I mean, if Costa could marry his game together and chose the right decisions at the right times, he wouldn't be here. His quality is different class, but he also has to start making the more right decisions in the front third. But he doesn't have to do well.
In the end of the day, I think South Hobart is the better team for tonight. They're really a good team. We have to respect that, and we have to say that. And they done well. They won the game. But just also by saying that, for my team, they really shown something is very important to me, and the guts and the discipline, and I try really hard, and I feel that for them. So I'm not happy with the result and the score, but I'm happy for what these boys they show tonight, and that's very important to me. That's very important
for them to score 2 goals against.
Yeah, it could be more. There is we missed another 2 chances, but again, South Hobart is a good side, and I respect that, and we have to accept that, and just we get all the positive from that game, and we go for Monday and we work with that. So it's really I'm happy with what they showed tonight. Really is. Yes.
Thanks, Simon.
Okay.
Good evening, Ken. Big game at the weekend.
Yes, good evening, Jed. Yes, it is a big game for us. Clarence are a good footballing side. They have 3 very exciting Korean players, but also the local lads are doing well for them as well. So we're looking forward to a hard clash this time. I don't think the game will be as easy as the last one. I think they'll play with a much better spirit, and will give us a good match.
Team's been going well. Any changes on your mind?
Well, we've trained well this week, and I don't think envisage any major changes. The squad's strong. We'll keep that squad together and try and keep them focused. We have a Zeljac Cup match next week, and there's more likely to be a few changes in that match, but I think this week we'll try and keep continuity.
And lots of talk about one of our former players coming back.
Well, the speculation, Liam Scott, I think, has contracts been terminated with Zebras, and it's possible that he may return to us, but he's an excellent player, and I would think there's a few clubs interested in him. He's a free agent at the moment, so we'll just have to see what happens, but he'll certainly not be with us this weekend. Down the track, you never know. I know he had a chat with Vicky Woods, the president of South Hobart, and the rapport was very good, so if he comes back, he'll come back with open arms to us.
Any other games this weekend you're looking at?
Not really. I mean, our main focus is our own games, and we'll go and watch Kingbury if we possibly can over the weekend, because that's our next game. If not, White Eagle's also an important side now. They're doing really well, so we'll just keep our eyes on everyone and follow things up.
Any news on interest from interstate players?
I believe Olympia are lining up 2 or 3 players from interstate through South Melbourne, but how far that's down the track I'm not sure. But as far as we're concerned, we have one Australian youth international who may come here shortly, but at this stage our current squad, I believe, is strong enough for this season.
Any other comments you want to add in terms of the weekend fixtures?
No, not really. I think the games with Clarence, 19s, reserves and seniors are major games for all the teams. Clarence have now added depth. I think Ben Hamlet might be back, and so all of a sudden they've got some quality in depth, so we look forward to the challenges over the weekend.
A lot of young players behind you, senior players for the future?
I would like to think so. There are a few very talented young players in there who are adapting now to the changes through this training and putting that into practice into the games, be it 9-a-side or 11-a-side. So we're very happy with the soccer school.
Any message for the football community for this weekend?
Come and watch South Hobart and enjoy the football. We play entertaining football. We have quick forwards, which is always exciting. So come out and enjoy the football.
What's your favourite goal on the website at the moment?
Anyone at South Hobart. There's some special ones in there, but I think Costa's rates 10 out of 10. The outside of the foot, right foot, edge of the box. Brayden Mann with his left foot, maybe 9 3/4 out of 10. I mean, they're both special goals, but we've scored some great goals this season, and that's been the hallmark of our play.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Thanks, Jeff.
So you've got about 9 goals this season so far. Hopefully clock over the 10 this week.
Yeah, well, hopefully clocked up a few this season, and really enjoying my time at South, so it's good to get a few on the board. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves here at South to score some goals. I mean, we create a lot of chances, so us strikers should be taking our chances, and it's good to have 9 on the board and hopefully get another one against Clarence, and we'll get a good win, hopefully.
Obviously last time against Clarence you bagged a hat-trick, so that's another positive there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just one of those games where, I mean, everything was kind of going well for me at the time. Hopefully I'll score a couple more, and it'd be nice to bag another hat-trick. Obviously I'll be going into the game confident after scoring a fair few in the last few weeks. So, I mean, they're a decent side. I mean, they're playing really well. So, I mean, we're going to have to be at our best again, and hopefully I'll be able to score a couple more goals.
One goal in particular, actually 2 goals in that game, were pretty spectacular. I think one of them is leading the polls on Walter Pless's site.
Yeah, I think I've seen that, the left foot one. Yeah, yeah, I got a lot of praise for that goal, but I mean, you know, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. Especially on my wrong foot, that's probably one of the best I've ever scored. But yeah, I mean, Cozzy's goal's up there, and Roach's diving header probably hasn't got many votes, but it's still like a class goal. So, I mean, there's some top quality goals on that website, and I'm lucky to be leading, I guess. Yeah.
And obviously 8-0 is probably a hard sort of scoreline to replicate against Clarence this week. What do you think the scoreline will be this week?
I'm picking a 3-0 to us. I think it's about time we get a clean sheet. I think it'll be good for us to get a clean sheet and kind of get some solidness back in the defence. And I think we'll be able to do that. They're a quality side, and they've got some good attacking players. But if we can shut them out and get a clean sheet, and we've got enough talent to score some goals, so hopefully a 3-0 I think would be a good result for us.
And obviously 3-0 would put you 6 points clear at the top.
Yeah.
That'd obviously be a great buffer to have for the club.
Yeah, I mean that's really what it's about. We want to be pushing ourselves clear, and we want to be winning the title as soon as we can. Really, that's what we want. We want to be out in front by a long way, and we really want to be having a better season than we did last year. So hopefully it'll be a really good game on Saturday, and hopefully we'll get a win. I'm pretty confident in the boys and in the boss. So yeah, I mean we should be able to get the result, but we can't take Clarence lightly. So yeah, should be good.
Thanks, Brad.
Well, thank you, Stefano, for asking me to say a few words. But I thought I'd mention first of all I've had a terrible day. I play pennant golf for Kingston Beach, and for those of you that are golfing enthusiasts, I got flogged today. It was 8-6. I was defeated. and our team got beaten 6-1. So I decided to come here because we finished early. And when I looked around this ground, I thought to myself, I wonder how much has changed since I first trod the boards here in 1954. And I played then for a team called Hollandia. And Hougslow rather, I should say, for all our Dutch colleagues, Hougslow. I played with his father back then, and I trod the boards here. But what's the same? Well, the position of the goals are the same, and the field is probably a little more level than it used to be. But behind me we have the grandstand, and in those days, of course, it was the old wooden grandstand was still in existence, of course. But what behind me was, of course, is quite new now, and there was a wooden building with gas-fired showers, and the showers in themselves, every time you lit them, it was like signalling there was a new pope, except black clouds used to come out instead of white. And the idea there was that the water used to fall through a gas jet, and it was marvellous. You know, you never ran out of hot water. Yes, of course.
The